coming from a not-for-profit perinatal mental health organisation, is understanding the difference, particularly around the female hormones after birth, and how the sudden change in hormones, the drop in hormones after having a baby for the woman, can lead to what we call the baby blues, which is when women particularly, often feel very emotional, teary for no apparent reason, but understanding that this is something that's generally transient and will pass in the early days following birth. And I suppose for our organisation that's focusing on emotional and mental health, it's about understanding that that is a transitory experience, and it's only in those days following birth, because often we know that a woman might be experiencing, for example, anxiety or depression later in the later weeks or months after having a baby, but often those symptoms are misattributed because people are saying, oh, well, that's just the baby blues. And in fact, it wasn't the baby blues, it was actually depression or anxiety. Particularly depression, it might be misconstrued as. It's really important that we understand that difference, because we know that sometimes people don't get help for postnatal depression because they're thinking, well, I just thought it was the baby blues, and I've read up on the baby blues and it says that that's going to pass on its own. So understanding the difference between the baby blues and postnatal depression is really important, and not only obviously for the woman to know that difference, but also the partner as well. So having that insight and understanding. And I think this is true around emotional and mental health more broadly in the perinatal period, both during pregnancy, around the time of birth, and in the postnatal period.